Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Sonali from It Starts at Home, and today I'm sharing with you my thoughts on single parenting. Sorry, one child parenting, not single parenting. No, I have a husband. Okay, yes, so we are a family of three and not four, which is a odd number and not even number. And as you see, there will be always, I'm sorry, there must be always some kind of issues when you have four and when you have three. Okay, so for us, I think I knew it from the beginning that I'm gonna have like one child. And guys, please do not judge me. This video only talks about what I feel, what's my judgment, what I have done for like what we are doing for our family. I'm not imposing my thoughts on anyone. I'm not judging anybody because you guys have asked me. That's why I'm sharing this video with you. There are so many I'm not even sure how to finish this video because this is the 15th or the 16th time I'm recording this, and every day I'm sitting and I'm trying to do this video, and I've been like talking and talking and talking and just sharing my emotions, and I think it's not just worth it. So this is like my good 16th 17th attempt right now to do this video, and let's see if I will be able to finish it and let it go, because I have been sitting for 1 hour now trying to record. I think I've recorded like so many videos doing the same topic, and I was thinking I was going too vague, it was too detailed, my emotions were flowing all over. So I'm gonna like, I took a deep breath, a step back, and let me just try it one more time. Okay, so I delivered Vivan 7 years back. I got married, I think, when I was 24. I delivered Vivan, I think I was 26, 27, 26 and a half, I think. I don't remember. 26, 27 must be, yeah. Not more than that, yeah. 30, 38. No. When I turned 30, Vivan was 3. Yeah, you can do the calculation. Yeah, okay, fine, perfect. Okay, so I think somebody asked me as soon as I delivered Vivan that will you be planning the next one, and I was like, no ways, I'm not planning the next child for sure. I don't know why it came out of my mouth like that, but that's what it was. I mean, and I think it's been 7 years, and every time a lot of people ask me, actually, because I stay in a country where there are many kids, like they believe in having more kids. First in Indonesia, there were like minimum 2 to 3 or 4 kids. Even in US now, you see like minimum 2, 3, 4 siblings around. So having one child puts you in that spot where people are very happy to ask you, are you planning another one? I'm like, no. So my answers have been changing over years. Not now, not sure, maybe, later, no. Depends on what the other person wants to hear. Going back to India, it really sucks because people have no boundaries. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. I think I've been very blunt. I've been very rude. Somebody told me, why are you not getting pregnant? I said, why don't you get pregnant? I'm sorry, but I was very rude because there is like, you cannot ask me a very personal question till the time you really know me or you have any say to me. You're being a friend or a family, just like you can ask in one way. Like you cannot ask me very direct questions right onto my face for a person. I'm very open and very direct. I do not like to mince my words. I think diplomatic is really not my trait. It's been never my trait. It cannot be my trait for sure. That's why there are very few people who love me, and there are many more who hate me. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but that's how it has been always been be. I like just to keep things very simple and straight. Having one child, I think it takes a lot for to be a mom. It's a very big responsibility. It's not something sorry, it's not something that anybody can take it very easily, especially when you have a lot of committed moms around you. You see how much does it take for a mom to raise a child. I was raised My mom is excellent. Me and my brother, I really hats off to her for all the patience and everything she had to go through with us. I mean, really, I was not a very easy child. I was very naughty. She used to have all the complaints. On the other side, my brother was an introvert. He was very good with studies. So she had two different personalities in the house. Like me, who was extrovert, naughty, not listening, and then my brother, listening, studying, and introvert. So, but she coped up, and I think we've both turned out very, very well. But I saw the struggle. I saw that there was so much that she had to do to raise up, and I think that's something that I don't have. The two things that I think which made my decision very, very sure was, first, I don't have what it takes to raise two kids, because two means twice of everything, right? Twice amount of work, twice the patience, twice the sacrifice, twice sleep deprived, twice the activities. Can you believe it? No, 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 no. I'm just joking about activities. Twice of like everything. And I think I just thought that my hands are full with one. And I still feel my hands are full. If I can just take care of one child, get him right on the right path, and get him to do what he's supposed to in the best way possible, I think I would like win half of my battle there. And but I know that there are so many things that comes with a sibling, or the second child, which is the love and the affection that they share, the bonding that they share. You don't have to be present the whole time. And I think that's something that I see, that me and my husband are like always present around Vivan, even though when we try. So for us, our outing time is not just me and my husband. It's all three of us. Our game time is all three of us. Everything is all three of us. We decide a movie if we are like on a weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. If you're doing something, it's like not something that Vivan decides or me and my husband decides. All three of us have to vote, and all three of us have to agree on something. It cannot be like 2:1 vote also, but all three of us have to agree on something. So there is a lot of involvement of Vivan because he's the only child. Like, and if there would have been two, of course you ask, but in the end of the day, you can still make a decision and they can like still follow. But here, because it's just Vivan and he's like so included in everything, I think he has a say for every single thing in the house. The second thing I would say, that when he sees a lot of siblings around and when he's playing, and if they don't play fair, they still gang up against him. And that's something that we're really tackling on. And I'm like trying to teach him that how he needs to stand up for himself, how he needs to figure it out, and stay true to his ground. He cannot just feel that there's nobody watching over him or nobody taking his side. No, he has to figure it out himself, because it's just in the school, in the classes, even in the outside world, you would be like doing it all by yourself. I understand you have support of your siblings, you have support of your family, but if you don't, you have to figure it out how to do it by yourself. Then rough playing, the kids, like when they are siblings, you're like on top of each other, you're playing, you're hitting, and that's not hitting, that's like playing in some way, in a rough way. And when somebody tries and they do it with Vivan, he doesn't like it. He's like, no, you cannot hit me, you cannot sit on me, you cannot do like that. And it does hurt him, and I'm trying to tell him many ways that it's just their way of playing, because maybe those two, they play like that. It's not that it's the right or the wrong way. If you don't like it, you can like step back, or you tell him, or you can like just try a new thing and play the same way that they are playing. So I understand there are so many things. It's not a very nice feeling to stand alone and have as like one and not in a pair, as like an even and odd. But I also think like one could be also his strength, because he's not responsible for anybody else. He's responsible for himself. That's what I have felt always. For us, traveling with Vivan has been too much fun, and I really don't miss having a second child. It's not something that I feel something is incomplete in my life. No, nothing is incomplete, because one thing that was very very sure when I conceived Vivan, till Vivan was 1.5 year, that time was extremely rough for me. Very very rough. So it drained me emotionally, physically, in terms of my career, in terms of my family. I think that's the time when I had decided, if I had to go through this one more time, I think I will not be able to survive. It took me many, many years to come back to who I was as a person, because I think it took way too much out of me, um, just delivering Vivan. And it was not just delivering him, I think it was the circumstances around me. I didn't have the right support. I didn't have the right people telling me the right things. Also, maybe because I came from a society where you're just supposed to adjust, you're just supposed to compromise and like figure it out. And I think maybe I was not built with that material. So I think I have been always a rebel. So if I don't like something, if I don't agree with you for something, I would ask questions whether you like it or not. And I have been inculcating the same thing with Vivan, to ask questions. Like, just don't say yes for something. You need to know the answer. You need to know why is it happening. And I'm very happy that he asked the questions. He wants to know exactly why is this happening, because once you give the ability to the child to think, that's something that I had. And I think that puts me in trouble also sometimes, because a lot of people do not agree with me, or they don't agree with the way I'm thinking. And I think that whole phase of me expecting Vivan to delivering Vivan to Vivan getting like 1.5 year old was extremely traumatic. So I don't see myself, I don't think so I want to do that to myself again, because if I even think of it, it gives me shivers. Like it would take me back to the painful time that I don't want anyone to face. It's a dreadful chapter that I don't want to ever visit. So having that one child that I have, I really love Vivan, and I think the best thing is that whatever I can do with him, I think when you have one child, you give him too much of attention, right? Yeah. You pamper him way too much. You try pamper in the sense like you would, Vivan still sleeps with us. He's not ready to sleep in the other room. He would just give up his food half the time, and he would say, Mom, can you feed me? And then sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but many times I do, which is not right. I mean, I totally agree. It's not right to feed a 7-year-old boy. He should be eating by himself. But a lot of times in dinner, he's halfway through and he would just request me, making that puppy face, like, Mom, can you please feed me? I'm tired. And I would just start feeding him, which is not fine, because here, if there are two kids, you set an example. The first one is eating, the second one is eating automatically. But it doesn't happen in our house so far. um what else? I don't think so I miss many opportunities, or I feel that there's something missing. Vivan has told me a couple of times. I think somebody in his class told him that, why don't you have a brother or a sister? So he came home and he told me. I told him, and I tell him the same answer, that I'm very happy that I'm a mom of a 7-year-old Vivan, and I think mom's hands are full. I think I have to take care of you first. I don't think so mama will be able to take care of another child. So I have been very, very honest in reply, and where my husband stands is in between. Kapim is a very supporting guy. He has never pushed, or he has never like crossed that boundary, or he does talk to me about this, because it was primarily my decision and he agreed to it. So when I said no, I don't think so I can do it, he was like all on board of it. He's like, absolutely, whatever you say, I'm good with it. We have one child, let's focus on him and let's get the best for him, and we can be a small and a short happy family. He does give me instances and examples of how siblings are, how the life can change, how when Vivan wants to say, I want to play, and if I am busy with some of my project, if Kapim is busy, then he's playing all by himself, and that's the time when he like, I don't have anybody to play with, and that's a big thing. So if you do not want to give company to your child, you have to be the company yourself. So it's a big reason of me being at home. It's a big reason of me doing stuff from home. It's a big commitment that we have made to ourselves, that we will not be there 100% of the time, but when we know this is the time, we have to like give up everything else that we're doing. We have to be playing with him. So once he's back, I do play with him. We both play, we both make sure that we're giving time. We take him to his classes together most of the times, if it's just not me. So yes, I know that it's very important when you have siblings. You share caring, love, affection. But I think that's something that I've already instilled that in Vivan, in terms of those characteristics. But something that he is not able to focus or do it is stand up for himself in front of siblings. He has that fear that nobody will take his side. That's something that we are definitely working on. So guys, this was a very, very emotional video for me. I think I've gone like way over the topic for sure. It's a pretty big video. I would just say, please be considerate when you're leaving a comment for me. And if you really like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe. We share so many good things on this platform, and I want to thank you all for the support. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.